Good Monday morning to you. 9 o'clock a.m. April 29th, 2024. And it's a Monday. Seems like there's something special about today. Don't quite think of it now. Here's an audio confirmation. Turning on desktop audio so SpeakerBot can be heard, and prepare to stop the madness. Stop the madness. The repeating SpeakerBot messages. That's what I mean by madness. Speaking of madness, there's some good humor in the chat room this morning. Well, first, Dennis put in a link here to his premiere coming up, and it's a fortnight episode with he and I playing on April 1st. So it was April Fool's Day. Yeah, we were a couple fools, right? Thank you, Dennis. Nick Poverman says, I got beat up by 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. At that point right there, I stopped and I went back and looked at the topics on Saturday to see if those were topics that he missed. No, it wasn't. It's the first joke of the morning. The odds were against me. Rick Lakes, good morning, everyone. Raining 37 degrees. Tim out of this world. Happy Monday. God bless you, buddy. I'm ready to start my new day. I've been working at Unit 85 Whataburger for 5 years. My anniversary is end of April. Well, happy anniversary, going strong. Nick says, how are your summer bodies coming along? Mine is looking great. Mine is looking like I have a great personality. And Tim, I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. I hope you have the day you deserve. Ran Israel to Nick. My summer body is looking like I ate someone with a great personality. I can only assume since it's not complaining. Nick, a joke is considered a dad joke when the punchline is apparent. Good, thank you, gentlemen. Let's see, who else did I skip over names without saying hello? Hello to Nick and Rick, Tim, Dennis, Ran Israel, Martin Hogg, Ken Stout from I-40 East, pulling over on the side of the highway to say hello. I don't know where he is. Better weather than what we will have. Chris Garrett, hello. Let's see, John Williams. If I ever skip over your name, highlight your text and skip over your name, it's never intentional. Always accidental. Dennis has been on I-40 before. Saturday the 27th of April would have been 30 years at Kroger. Would have been if you were still working there. I guess that means you're not still working there. I don't think he is.
Eastbound and down.
Eastbound and down. Eastbound? Does that mean east on I-40? I don't know what that means. You went over my head. Hello, Oystein. Good to see you. All right, let's go to channel comments. And I've got an email to deal with, and I've got a couple other topics. On Saturday, after Saturday's live stream, let's see, it's over here somewhere. Yeah, almost 4 hours. Almost, not 4. Not 4, almost 4 hours. Did not solve the problem, but then after the stream was over, I hit the record button and went on and did this video. It's 18 minutes long, a little over 18 minutes long.
It's had the cold beer?
154 views so far.
My
yes.
Vietnamese wife typing.
Okay. Yes, the beer was good. And I was actually drinking it while, I think. Was it while doing that video? No, it was after that recorded video. But solved the problem there.
It's from the movie Smokey and the Bandit with Burt Reynolds.
All right, thank you, Chris. Then, so some people responded to that video. Tim saying, glad you fixed it. And you got it. Good job. Persistence paid off. Greg M. So we don't know if it's that second fix boot with the BCD option enabled or the option for dissimilar hardware that fixed the issue. No, in that video, you do not know the answer to that, but I can tell you the answer to that right now, right here and now, because of course I continued after that to find out what was the specific fix. The fix was, drum roll please. I need to have a sound effect for drum roll, right? The fix was fixing Windows boot issues and having all 4 of those check marks. That was the fix, because I went back and did it all over again. So the dissimilar hardware was not needed at all. Frosty Winnipeg is some kind of emote there. I'm not sure what it is, but thank you for that. I'll assume it was some kind of thumbs up or something. Are you back in the saddle again? From Tom. Thank you. And Matthew Barnes. Oh, he was. Let's go back to this next one to finish all of those. Ran Israel says, good work, Doug. Apparently removing all the redundant chefs from the kitchen did the trick. Yeah, maybe, because when I'm not actually streaming and not actually trying to be conscious of the show, my thinking gets a little bit clearer. So maybe. By the way, running the following command from an elevated command prompt should reinstall all the drivers in one go. dism/online/add driver e:\b link recurse. Well, I have the answer for you. No, it does not work. There are lots of Google searches that will tell you that you can do that, but you cannot. And I'm going to show you why right now. I'm opening a command prompt. Well, let's see. I didn't make it elevated. Well, let's just see what happens. DISM space /online /add driver. Now I'm just going to stop right there because that's enough to show that it will not work. Whoops, elevated permissions required. So yes, elevated permissions are required. I'll do the Windows key, CMD, and then run as administrator. Answer yes to the user account control prompt, and then.
Please stop the bot lines.
Oh, thank you. I forgot the bot lines. The bot is doing lines. Repeating those lines over and over and over. How many times did it go? 2, 3. 3 times. Okay, so DISM. And then /online space /add driver. And enter here, and it tells you here this command can only be used with an offline image. So I don't know all the Google searches that result in saying you could do /online. I wonder if all the people who put that on their website did so simply because they know you can do /online for exporting drivers. You cannot do it for adding drivers. So I had to go through and do them individually, which I timed it, took about 3 minutes. Not a big deal. It just feels redundant. It feels menial chore, but really not that long. So, but thank you for bringing that out, Rand, because I went looking for that too. And does not work. But it was a good thought. Then Matthew Barnes, when I saw a 4-hour live stream, I thought this can't be the real Doug. Oh, okay, Rand. Don't put the dunce hat on though, because it was good thinking. Because I was right there with you. And then here, Matthew Barnes. Let's see, what was it? Oh, that was Matthew Barnes about the 4-hour stream on Saturday. But this one is a different topic. Regarding, I think that was probably Friday's. No, whenever we talked about his issue where he had that game hack website that he couldn't get into, he says, I got the website working. I noticed when I checked the DNS server on the laptop, it was slightly different to my desktop. So I tried ipconfig /DNS. Then I was able to go to the site. So even with, he didn't actually say he changed the DNS server. All he did was flush DNS and he got it to work. And what I did to get it to work on Baby Beast was I configured the IP address of the destination site in what's that thing called? Malwarebytes to make it not object to that site. So he got it working with a different method. Actually, that was one of the methods that we suggested to him. He may have found that solution before he saw our suggestion, though. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see, thumbs up and hearts. So I got thumbs up and hearts for all these comments. Nobody that I need to reply with a timestamp. Now let's go take, I'll go jump over to chat and then go to the email that I have. Saturday was really fun for us, Martin says. Lawn Dog, done. I never executed that command you just demonstrated, but I knew immediately that it wouldn't know where to go find the drivers and then what drivers, and it's not going to be online. Well, you have to fill out the rest of the command. I didn't fill out the rest of the command because I knew that was long enough to show us that it wasn't going to work, that import doesn't work for online. Or online doesn't work for import. Stand in the corner. I'm glad you continued on saying that you need an external source that has the drivers, but I think you still need to call out the driver. Yeah, but and I did try it with the whole thing first and saw the message that it can't be used with an online image. I never use that command. Just wear that method of repair with the command line. You need to be very specific.
Did you try the bean puddle to add drivers to an online image?
Yes. Did I? Yes, I did look into that, and it also, I don't know that I have it recorded. PMP util, I believe, is used with, see here, I have to even cheat to go in, PowerShell. No, it's not even there. But I think PMP util is PowerShell, and I found it also doesn't work with online. I'm not quite as confident in saying that I've got a recording of that, but I'm sure I did. We both didn't. Oh, he says it is CMD. Well, there was another one that is, there's another drivers export and import that can be used in PowerShell, and I tried that one too. So if anyone does further experiments with that, because you don't even have to have a full task in mind, you can just do the command with the online for importing, and if it doesn't object, then let me know. But I'm very, very sure I tried it all. There's just so much time I spent on that. Greg, I'm sorry we both didn't win that meter. I don't know. I kind of would like to have won it. I just like the way the meter works in the display of the numbers. I don't know what's up with that. I'm going to skip over that. Add driver is a PowerShell command. It behaves the same as DSM. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was add driver. But I think it also could not do online. All right. Now. Oh, there was another thing that I saw in chat. Somebody asked, oh, it was Jeff Ryman asked, wouldn't it have been easier to just do a fresh install? Well, that's Monday armchair quarterbacking to say the amount of time that I spend with it would have been easier to do a fresh install. In some situations, yes. In this office, no. Because every time I get a new computer for this office, I spend about 6 hours of time and charge them about 6 hour time for preparing their computers. I typically have around 3 hours in the lab and 3 hours at their office. By the time I get all of their software, all their configurations, all their customizations, their user profile from their old computer to their new computer, it's 6 hours. So this constituted potential huge cost savings to my client, frustration and time savings for me, because I hate doing that redundant work. I've got checklists that I follow and I go item by item. It is just tedious. So if this will work, I'm very interested in it. Now, I was intending to install that computer at my client's office on Sunday and test it myself, and then have him start testing it Monday morning. Did not get to do that. Sunday was a migraine day for me. I'm already recovered from that, so you don't need to put into chat, hope you feel better. I do feel better. I am over that. On the other hand, 5 billable hours. No, 6 billable hours. Around that. And sometimes it can be more if there's complications encountered. So it could be a huge time savings and cost savings. If I was dealing with a individual user and all I needed to do is get Windows up and running and basic internet connectivity, maybe Microsoft Office products, not a whole bunch of customized vertical market software and specific Office configurations, then it might be plausible. So it depends upon the circumstances. Now I'm going to go pick up 2 computers from a client's home office, sort of. Husband and wife. He's retired from being a lawyer, and put them into new computers. Those 2 other computers that I've had on hand here for a while. But I'm not going to do that type of process with them. I want them to have fresh computers, because the computers that they have at home were inherited from his office. So it has a whole bunch of old office junk. Definitely not going to try doing this process on those unless I get interested in experimenting, because I've got more than a week of having these computers here that I can play with and experiment with. But I don't think I'm going to, because I think those computers are Windows 7. So no way. The email that I have is from Doug to Doug. And it's essentially a forward of an email that came from YouTube. YouTube cracked the whip, said, no, that's it. We won't let you do this. You're done. Cannot do this. We don't like this. We don't want you doing this kind of stuff. Let me show you what they sent in this email. Hi, Live Windows Training-DougBetts. We wanted to let you know our team reviewed your content and we think it violates our policy on personally identifiable information. We know that you may not have realized this was a violation of our policies, so we're not applying a strike to your channel. Oh, so nice. Thank you so much. However, we have removed the following content from YouTube. Sheldon adjusts Gmail to look and feel like Outlook. That was the title of the show. Some of you might remember Sheldon. He's been on camera with me a few times. The time it occurred, you can see an example of around 1 hour, 21 minutes, 47 seconds in your video. While this is one example, there may be other instances. We realize this may be disappointing news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. If you think we made a mistake, you can appeal this decision. You'll find more details below. What our policy says, content that shares, threatens to share, or encourages others to share non-public, personally identifiable information isn't allowed on YouTube. This may be, here we're coming to it, this may include an individual's home address, email address, sign-in credentials, phone number, passport number, medical records, and bank account information. I'm guessing probably exposes email address, but I've done that enough that YouTube doesn't seem to object to that. I'm suspecting he was not on the video with me because it was an uploaded video. Maybe it exposes home address. I don't know, because the reason I don't know is because, let's see here. It is removed. I cannot go watch it on YouTube. It's gone. Gonzo. No longer here. Terms, and this video has been removed because of inappropriate content. It had 127 views, 0 comments, 5 likes. I'm not worried about trying to get this back at all because it was not generating any more views. However, I am interested in figuring out what happened. So, this was, well, let's look at the date. March 17th, 2021. That was before I even had Big Beast. I have archived, this says archives, XSplit, archive 2019 plus, from 2019 and above.
What happens when you click review?
It's got videos. It's got videos on here. I'll go check on that, show you that in a moment, Rand. So I think I can go find it on there, because for XSplit and OBS, I usually, most of the time, had it recording locally as well as live streaming. Also, even more so, OBS, when I'm doing live stream, records into a live stream folder, and I've instructed it to record locally. Now, funny thing there, when I end the live stream using the YouTube Studio in stream here, oftentimes I will forget to stop streaming in OBS. So later I come back to my computer and I see OBS is still streaming, and I have a jolt of worry thinking, oh my gosh, am I still streaming to YouTube? That throws me for a loop. So anyway, let's see, what was Ran ask what happens when you click review? Review. There's no link there called review, but if I click in here to details and click over here on the link, I guess that's what he means by review, and I get to this screen saying this video has been removed for violating YouTube's policy on harassment and bullying. Is that what he meant by review? Or did he mean to, let's see, was there some, oh here, review. Terms and policy, video, I think that just goes to the terms and policy. There may be an issue with your content. We found something that may violate guidelines. In the next 2 steps, we'll ask you to take a look at your content and the policy if you'd like to appeal. We'll ask you to take a look at your content. Are they going to let me see it here? This isn't a strike.
Click on Terms and Policies.
Click on Terms and Policies. Am I not already there? Let's go back and see. Are you sure you want to leave? Would love to get your input. I'm afraid to go out of here. Will it let me go back in again? Terms and policies. I don't know where that was. Let's go begin review, see if this works. Now I'm gonna, if it does show me the video, I'm gonna have to pause it and not display that portion again, because that could get me in trouble again. Well, Longdog says he wouldn't worry about it. It's in the past, but I want to know what they're objecting to. If it was very, very minor exposing of an email address, then I've got to be more careful. Got to really be diligent. Take a look at your content. It looks like it's trying to recover it or bring it back for me to view. So I do want to worry about it because, yeah, okay, here it is. Yes, so it is going to let me review it, and it's gone straight to that portion. So I'm going to take that off screen because I don't know if the problem was visible right then. I'll go look at it later. Thank you. That was a good idea. That got me there easier. Let's see. So I don't know what that increase in live viewers was. 6 billable hours. This brings up a subject, something that doesn't exist to my knowledge. That would be extraction tool for like a piece of software. I want to copy an entire state of a piece of software and its changes on a particular computer. I want to extract and reinstall on another computer. Well, how about making an image backup of the computer and restore it to a virtual computer? That'll do it. But I don't know of any way that you can do a backup of the current state of a piece of software, but you can do a full image and restore it to a virtual computer. Review, send me a copy. Yeah, I don't know who that, my email is a@a.com. All right, I get it. I hope I don't get I hope my video doesn't get removed because of that email address. Click on terms and policies. I see one observation. Now let me go back and see if there's something I missed there about a way to get into that. Because you said something specific there that I did not do. Come on, get me there. Come on. Come on. So I want to, why is it not letting me see that in a list? It's just, oh, I know I need to do filter, not search. Let's see, I guess I can show you what I'm doing here. Going in, I tried putting in the title up here, and that just takes me straight into the detail of the video. So if I come over here and do title, and then Let's see. Yeah, my paste buffer is okay. This way I can see it here. Terms and policy and review. Yeah, that's what I did. That's the path I did go down. Yeah, so now I don't have to go look at that external backup drive. That's great. Said, I believe you said, and that alone, I can put it on another computer. Yeah, that's not going to happen. There's no way to move a program from an installed program from one Windows computer to another. It has to be installed because of all the things that are done in the registry and files put in different System32 folders and things like that. So yeah, you cannot extract an entire program. The only thing you could do, as far as I know, make a full image backup and restore it to another computer or to a virtual computer. Now, I don't have other emails. I do have another email in that folder, but it's it's to remind me of something I need to do today. It's not for yous, folks. Got through all the channel comments. Well, I don't know if this is worth, I don't know if you care about this, but the Fix-It video has 154 views, and the Saturday video has 247 views. So I contemplating what can I do for the people who watched the Saturday show and did not see the notice for the follow-up video. I could go, put in one of those things up in the upper right corner of a playing video to see the solution. But that's only going to be useful for people who watch this video moving forward. And that really doesn't happen too much for the Saturday videos. The Saturday videos generally get all of the views that they're going to get within the first few days. And they don't generally continue increasing. You can tell by those numbers. If I look at analytics, I think you see it's kind of flatline. So really no point in going back and modifying that video so that it redirects people to the follow-up. Clicking through my tabs to see if there's something else that I had to show for today. I don't think so. Getting close to ending this live stream. Challenging problem to create a piece of software. Let me say this: when you uninstall a program, it goes through registry, remove the keys. And how does it do that? How does it do that? Well, that would be going through an uninstall program. It's not just, when you install a program, typically you can go to, there's a folder where Windows stores an uninstall file for specifically that program. I guess the manufacturers of the software insert that uninstall program there in order to remove their stuff. There's the uninstall utilities that do that try to do that, but I don't think they're going to be capable of reinstalling it on another computer. That would be instead of deleting those keys after finding where they are, they would be saved as part of the reinstallation. If you use one of those like Revo uninstaller, if you have that actually installed on your computer, my recollection is that it monitors everything that is done during the installation. So it knows really, really well everything that program did to install it. Now then a person could go reverse engineer that and figure out what was in there and maybe try to copy that out and put it into another computer. But your purpose for somebody to do that, go to that level of programming for Londog, because he's the one person who's asking for this, I don't see that ever happening. And that I've said many times. How fast you read our comments, had reasoned with them and respond. Evelyn Woodhead, and our reading course really works for you. I did take the Evelyn Woodhead. That's not quite the right name. Evelyn Wood, I think it was. I did take that course in person when I was in high school. My mother paid for it. Interesting experience. Selden Ball, services like Apps Anywhere make it possible to create an installed copy of software you're going to install in multiple places. Apps Anywhere make it possible to create an installed copy of software that you're going to install on multiple places. Interesting. Did not try LapLink. LapLink, I used it a lot back in like Windows 3.11 and maybe Windows 95. PC Mover. Windows 10 11 doesn't include Windows Easy Transfer. Microsoft no longer offers Windows Easy Transfer for moving your data to Windows data, not programs. Instead, Microsoft and Intel major PC manufacturers recommend PC Mover when moving to a new computer. PC Mover can automatically move your applications, files, settings, and user profiles from an old PC to a new one, from an old operating system to a new one. Most applications are transferred and installed, making them ready to use on the new PC, so there's no need to go for hunting. Now, does it do it from one version of Windows to another? Maybe I need to go play around with this. PC Mover is the only software on the market that automatically moves apps, files, settings, and you. Now, this isn't. I've heard of this before. I've seen it before. I've read it before. I've actually used some of these products, but it seemed like there came a point in Windows programs that it just wasn't worth doing anymore. I don't know if that's the case. Is anybody actually using this? I know you put this in chat. Are you actually using it, Zvi? Yes, Doug, there are manufacturers create an uninstall routine, remove it, but you haven't encountered using the uninstall process from the manufacturer. Then after the program is removed, you can use another tool to finish the uninstall with a little more depth. But how, yeah, because the uninstall from the manufacturer of the software doesn't go as deep as the uninstall programs. But how does it know where to go find these keys when the uninstall folder is probably gone? Cheech and Chong? What? I don't know what that's out of left field. I remember this software in my above statements. I did recall, as far as it really didn't work. Grab user profile. What is it? Now here, let me tell you something. I mentioned Fab's auto backup. Something I'm really, really disappointed and frustrated with it. So it moves the user profile, but it cannot or does not, from my experience, put the desktop icons in the same place they were on the old user profile. I don't understand why it cannot do that. I've been meaning to ask Mike Smith about that because he uses it so much. Am I missing something? Fab's auto backup, there's messages, there's checkboxes that implies that it will move the desktop as is with the icons arranged where they are, but it's never done that for me. Windows installer contains MSI installers, uninstallers for apps installed using the Windows installer engine. Yeah, that's totally familiar. Control C, Windows key R, Windows key V, and that'll take me straight to that folder in File Explorer, so we'll see what's there. These are the Windows installer folders using the ID, what do you call it? There's some kind of word for that. WS, what's world recognizable number, something like that. Somebody will give me the verbiage for that. GUID, thank you. Graphical user ID, graphical something, user ID, or is it other than user? What does that stand for now? For programs, the GUID. Not Squid, GUIDs. V said no for something. Oh, maybe that no, that he hasn't used it. Where is your history on comedy? Evelyn Woodhead is from Cheech and Chong. Oh, you get, come on. SNL and Cheech and Chong. Don't you know by now I have not been a big fan of watching them? No, I never pick up those cultural references. Never. Global Unique ID. Thank you. That's a better. Global Unique ID. Identification. So, Ran Israel, it sounds like you are suggesting the installation folders are available, and that would be the method to track where everything went. I like the idea. Now just work on developing the software. Yeah, well, that folder exists for Windows to be able to participate in the uninstallation of those programs. So, Ran Israel has issued the challenge to Lawn Dog to create that software. Now I got some kind of game show on my... Oh, move that bus. That's what I was thinking. Create that software. Move that bus. Get out of here, Doug. You've been yammering long enough. Their people are tired. They're ready to go on and get along with their Monday. So, say goodbye to everybody, Doug. Goodbye to everybody, Doug.
Great startup.